Yo, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. This is just a quick video showing you how to use the paint design and vinyl editor on CarX DRIFT Racing Online. So we'll start off with the paint editor. This basically lets you choose the base colors of the car itself, the wheels, the window tint, and the smoke color. So the paint editor is pretty basic, but what you might not know is that if you press Y for Xbox, you can individually select which wheel you want to change the color on, so you can change the inside or outside part of the wheel for only the front or for only the rear. And this also works with tires. You can have a sponsor on the rear tire but not on the front tire. Next thing is you can actually save custom colors. So say for example I really like this color here. All you have to do is click the left stick and it brings up your favorite colors menu, and it's the same for all cars, it's not just for this individual car. And if you click the left trigger it saves that color, and if you click the right trigger it applies that color. And then obviously you can choose what type of paint you want. There's quite a good selection: matte paint, chrome, chameleon, satin, candy, gloss. There's loads of stuff, so a lot to choose from. Okay, so next we'll look at how everything works within the vinyl editor and all the different sort of tips and tricks that you might not know, and just basically how it works. So first off, you get 10 slots or 10 design slots per car. So for every single car that you've got, you can have 10 different designs and you can just click and switch between them whenever you want. So to start off with, there's something that you want to watch out for. Basically, as you can see here, I'm facing the right side of the car. I'm going to put a vinyl on the car, but what you'll notice is that when I go to move it across the car, like to the roof, it sort of cuts off and it doesn't work. So basically what you want to do is, if you have any problems, just face the panel that you want to apply the decal on. So you'll see in a minute, this doesn't work. I can, it's not appearing on the roof, but then I've applied it while looking from the right side. So if I delete that and I look from the roof, I apply the vinyl, I'll be able to move it anywhere I want on the top panel of the car, and even a little bit on the sides as well. So if you have any trouble with a vinyl cutting out, like not showing up properly, just kind of reface the camera to a different angle, try apply the vinyl then, and it should work. So now I'm just going to go through how you actually edit the vinyl shapes themselves and all the different things you can do and how to do it. So to edit a shape, first make sure you select it. Then you've got the basic sort of stuff, like you can move it left and right in any direction using the left stick. Then you can rotate using R1 and R2. And then you can scale it up or down, so make it bigger or smaller, and it will keep its original form. So the next thing you can do is using the D-pad. If you press right, it will invert or reverse the image, and you can flip it up or down, or you can flip or reverse it left or right. So the next feature is a little bit strange, and it's called projection. So basically you face a different angle of the car and you press the right trigger and it sort of projects the image, so you can stretch it and you can rotate it pretty quickly and easily. It's a little bit of a strange feature. It's not on anything else like Forza or anything like that, but it is a pretty cool feature. It allows you to really quickly rotate an image or stretch it over a panel. Now the next feature is very useful. It's something that's used on a lot of design editors on Forza as well. You press Y and it basically flips everything that you've got on one side onto the other side. So you can create a design on the left side of the car and make sure that you press Y for all of the individual vinyls, and it will basically copy all of those over to the other side and reverse it, so you've got a design that is symmetrical on the right and left side. Now the next really good feature is if you click right stick, basically you can choose whether your vinyl appears on the windows only, on the car body only, or on both the windows and the car. Now this next thing confused me quite a bit when I was making the design. It doesn't really explain it very well, but when you've got multiple vinyls on the same, overlapping each other, if you use the left stick, what you can do is you can choose which vinyl you want to select, but if you, while hovering over a layer, use the D-pad instead of the thumbstick, what it actually does is change the order in which that vinyl appears, so you can put one letter or one shape in front of another, as you'll see here. So yeah, basically you use the thumbsticks to choose which vinyl you want to edit, and then if you hover over a vinyl and you use the D-pad, what it actually does is change in which order that vinyl appears, so you can make something appear on top or behind of something else. So next thing is basically you can have extra options to edit. If you press the left trigger, then it brings up a different set of options, so you can actually stretch your shape. Instead of just making it bigger or smaller, you can make it wider or longer, and you can completely change the shape. This extra menu also allows you to duplicate vinyls, so you just press X and it makes an exact copy of that shape. Now you can also bring up an extra options menu when you're in the vinyl selector. So if you press left trigger, then what it allows you to do is you can actually replace your vinyl with another vinyl, and what that does is it keeps the same sort of stretch or shape. So what you can do is you can just copy the same letter loads of times in a line and then change the individual words to get a nice consistent word, all with the same kind of shape. And it just saves you having to basically get every single word and then reduce its size and shape and stretch it to the same sort of thing as all the other words. You can just copy one all the way along and replace the individual letters. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Now, when you save this design, it saves it to the catalogue, and you've got 10 different design slots per car, which you can switch between at any time, and you can just delete if you don't like them anymore. And finally, I'm just going to go through every single one of the vinyls that are pre-made and given to you, just to show you the huge selection that is given to you. You don't have to sort of create your own custom designs and characters and complex shapes like this. There's already a huge range and variety of different colours and shapes and really detailed graphics, so there's a lot to choose from. It's actually, for the game itself, it's an impressive editor. It's got more than you would expect, really, so you can't go wrong. It's very easy to use. Loads of really good pre-made stuff, including, you'll see at the end, there's like camouflage patterns and loads of really complex stuff. As you can see here, there's colour fades and gradients and all that sort of good stuff, so you could just go crazy with this editor. You can make really, really good designs. You can recreate real life designs from like Formula Drift and loads of others like that, like Hoonigan designs. Basically anything you want you could create with this editor, and pretty easily, to be honest. It's not the most difficult. There's a lot of things you can use as a shortcut, and overall it's pretty impressive. Here you've got some very bright and multicolored pre-made vinyls. You've also got some kind of mock sponsors, as you can see here, like close to the real life sponsors, but for licensing issues they've had to kind of change one letter. For, as you can see, YOLO tires, that's obviously supposed to be Toyo tires. There's a load of stuff like that, but to be honest, with this kind of a game, which is a low budget game, or not, it's not a AAA title, it's not something they've obviously put a lot of money into or have got a lot of money to spend on sponsors and licensing deals, but they've got funny stuff like Go Bro, Mono, and as you can see, all sorts of stuff. The Slap Trains logo, I thought that was pretty cool. Hey, maybe one day we can get one for this channel. Speaking of that, I just wanted to let you all know that I want to do a lot more CarX Drift Racing videos, as well as a bit more of the Forza stuff, and just a lot of drifting games, tutorials, all that sort of good stuff. So stay tuned on the channel, like and subscribe if this has helped you. A lot more content coming soon. I'm going to try and start sticking to a daily upload schedule. It's a little bit difficult, but I'm going to try and do it. Maybe pre-record a couple of videos at a time and then upload them one day at a time. But yeah, thanks for the support on this channel. It's a massive help. I was actually thinking of just stopping the channel last month and just not bothering with it anymore, but some of the CarX Drift videos have done quite well, and so I might as well make a go of it and continue the channel, try and make it better, try and get, improve on each video and my production and stuff like that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this and it's not gone on too long. So yeah, I hope this tutorial guide has helped you learn a few things and maybe get through the confusion, because sometimes it's hard to learn these things. It took me a while just to figure out the basic stuff and to bring up the extra options menu and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully this has helped you get making some cool designs. And yeah, I'm playing this game every day now, so hopefully I'll see some of your cool designs online. We can get some drifting, doors going, some tandems. I'm going to start hosting some drift competitions soon as well, so stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be doing tomorrow or the next day a review of this game and a drifting setup tutorial for controller without using assist, because I don't use controller assist. It's not very realistic, so stay tuned for all that. Thanks so much for watching to the end, and as always, have a good one.